Hey, what's up guys? This is Josh and we're back again here in Terraria, and this is yet another video in my ongoing playthrough. This one I really just wanted to show you guys some of the cool items that I've got and go over some of the stuff that I've done in some of these videos and some of the stuff that will be coming in future videos. But I also wanted to show you guys the NPCs in the area and show you kind of what they're there for. And I know we've gone over them some in the previous videos, but some of them have sold some stuff and I've learned some stuff. So I figured I'd run over a few things that we can actually do. Now the last video was part one, I guess you could say, of the dungeon, because I'll be doing another video because we haven't fully explored it yet. I don't know if I'm going to do a full video or if I'm just going to do snippets of, you know, the stuff that I find and cool things that happen there, if I'm going to kind of cut it up a little bit, just so that it's not so long, because the dungeons looks to be pretty extensive, so it's probably going to take a little bit to actually go through all of it. But anyways, we found Nancy down in the dungeon, and she's kind of like the engineer, and she sells switches and levers and wire, which I imagine you need to use wire to make the levers and the switches and the pressure plates work. She also has wire cutters and a wrench. I'm not sure what that's for, but it's basically your engineering items. Um, you know about the medic here. You can talk to her and heal, and she'll be really sarcastic to you if you don't need to heal. And your guide, as usual. The dryad, she comes after you defeat your first boss, and basically she sells just the hippie stuff like the seeds and sunflower. The acorn, a dirt rod, which allows you to basically move dirt rod. I don't really know what the big whoop is about that, but whenever I get 20 gold, I'll probably purchase it. She also sells some purification powder, and that's for turning corrupt tiles or areas into back into regular like earth areas. So, and actually during a blood moon, she'll actually sell, like, I want to say she sells vile powder and corrupt seeds. I believe that's what she sells. So you can actually use the corrupt seeds to turn an area into corruption, I guess, or maybe that's the powder that you use. I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. I haven't really messed with the seeds and the powders and stuff yet, except for summoning the Eater of Worlds, which I'll go into that in another video. This guy right here, he is your demolitionist, I guess you could say. He sells dynamite, bombs, and grenade. I haven't really noticed anything else that he sells other than dynamites, bombs, and grenades. So that's who you need to go to purchase those. He actually shows up. I believe he shows up after you find some grenades. So when you loot a chest, you find some grenades. You'll actually he'll show up if you have an open house, and sell you the stuff. So, and here's Henry. Henry is the old man from the dungeon. So once you actually defeat Skeletron, you get access to the dungeon. Henry will show up, and he has in his handy dandy little shop. He's actually a clothier. He sells clothes. I don't really know how you pronounce the technical word for it, but he sells you some clothes. So you got a summer hat, a familiar shirt, familiar pants, and a wig. And he also sells some black dye. I haven't bought any of that yet. I'm sure it's for when you actually want to dye your armor or whatnot. I don't know if you can actually dye your armor, but you know, you can dye certain articles of clothes, like maybe the clothes that he sells, to wear all black or whatever. This guy right here is your Goblin Tinker. He's actually the one you're probably going to spend the most money with, and probably going to continue to use over the course of your playthrough, mainly because he sells some pretty useful items. He actually sells the rocket boots, which is what you'll want to purchase once he does get here, because it makes things a lot easier. And once you get the rocket boots, actually, well, I'll go into that in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. The ruler grid on screen for block placement, it actually shows, like, I guess a grid so you can build a little better. The Tinker's Workshop, which you can see I have right here, it actually lets you combine certain accessories, which is nice because it'll free up slots for more accessories. The grappling hook, which, to be honest, I had the grappling hook. I had actually created it a long time before he came around, so you probably already have this. A tool belt, which basically increases the range in which you can lay blocks, and some spiky balls. So, I said balls. So you can get those from him. The Tinker's Workshop is really handy in combining your accessories. you can actually, well, you can't see it now, but it'll actually show up over here when you have the accessories. Now you can't have them equipped, you have to actually have them in your inventory. Basically, you can see over here I have Spectra boots, and basically what you do is you have a set of rocket boots and the arcane. I think I've got another setup here. If you have a set of rocket boots and the Hermes boots, it just can be any type of Hermes boots or whatever. You can actually have those boots and the rocket boots in your inventory, and when you get close to the Tinker workshop here, it'll actually give you the option for the Spectra boots. And the Spectra boots allow you to run super fast, which is the Hermes boots, and also allow you to use the rocket portion of the boots as well. So it kind of combines both for you to have that one accessory instead of taking up 2 slots. Another thing I wanted to show you real quick while we're talking about the Tinkerer is the ability to reforge weapons. It's not the Tinkerer. Go away. There we go. The Tinkerer here. You can reforge weapons. Basically what you can do is if you get a crappy weapon, like let's say I got the dull meteor ham axe, and I throw it in there and it says 1 gold, 8 silver, 37 copper. It's basically just random. What it's going to do is it's going to reforge this to give you some better stats. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm actually going to. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab a gold out of my bank, my piggy bank. I had up to like 20 gold, but I spent a bunch of it. Reforging stuff and stuff like that. I actually got my Marmusa, which I got in the last one. Or Muramasa? Superior Muramasa. I made it superior because it was kind of rinky-dink before. And I actually reforged it for that. So anyways, we're going to take this dull meteor hammer axe and we're going to put it in here, and you can see it's got negative 15% damage, and there's no really good stats. It's a white, and I guess you could say the rarity of it is white, which basically means it's just kind of your regular old weapon. We're going to reforge it, and we're going to see what we get. So I reforge it, and the price kind of escalates because it actually made an awesome weapon. Look at that. Unpleasant Meteor Ham Axe. It actually does 21 melee damage, which is nice, because this also counts as having a hammer in your inventory and an axe. So that's actually really nice, because now you have a weapon, a hammer, and an axe. And it's got average speed, so it's not a very slow speed like it was. And it's got the 5% damage and 15% knockback. So nice. I'm kind of glad I did that. But you can use that to do anything, any of these kind of weapons. Like I could take the Vile Thorn and reforge it and make something, you know, so it's not just your typical Vile Thorn. But I think I can. Alex, the Vile Thorn is a magic damage. I don't know if you can reforge it or not. Let's check it out real quick. Try not to make this video too long, but I wanna. Yeah, you can. You can reforge it. So you can just throw whatever you want to in there. Typically, if you have a good weapon like the godly demon bow, my oxymoron bow, if you have that one, like if you have it at an orange rarity, you probably are not gonna want to reforge it, just because it can go backwards on you. Like if you have one, you're like, I just want to see if I can get something better out of it. You can throw it in there, pay all that gold, and it actually downgrades it. So you don't really want to mess with something if it's actually already good. I expanded my house. If you can't see, I made some cool things here. What is this? This was actually a brewing, like a keg for brewing ale. I don't really know how to brew ale yet, but I made a little candelabra there and a few other things. So I expanded my house a little bit. That's something new. And this is actually the last one I want to show you. The NPC is Bronson. He is your arms dealer, and you're going to use him after you've collected some money. To be totally honest, as you can see, his stuff's pretty expensive. The illegal gun parts is used to make the I forgot what it's called. It's like here's the mini shark right here. You can see the mini shark is actually something. It's insanely fast speed, if you can read that. It's 35 gold, and it'll actually I believe you can hold down the button on your mouse and actually the fire button and actually shoot continuously. You don't have to continuously click, and it's really fast speed. So its damage is based in damage per second because it just shoots so fast. But you use the illegal gun parts to actually transform guns into different guns. Like the mini shark, I think you can actually make it into like a mega shark or something like that with the illegal gun parts and something else. I think I forget. I forget what the other ingredient is, but you can buy those to make that. And he's got the flintlock pistol for 5 gold, but I got a pistol actually in the last one. I don't have it equipped right now, but I actually did get a pistol out of the dungeon. And these stars right here, I know I've probably already gone over this. Ah, there's the pistol right there, forceful handgun, and it's pretty nice. I just didn't have it equipped because actually it's actually pretty good. I don't know, the demonic musket is very slow speed, but it's got a 26 range damage, and this has only got 14, but it's very fast speed, so it's kind of a trade-off. They probably do roughly the same amount of damage. But those stars, going back to what I was talking about, if I can find the chest that I have the stars in. Oh, there it is. The stars, once you collect 10 of them, you can actually turn them into it'll give you an option down here. You don't have to be around a crafting table or anything like that. And you can actually make it into a blue star. And then when you have that blue star, you can actually select it, and you can grab it and click it on yourself, and it'll give you an extra mana. Now I've got 200 mana so far, and I think I'm maxed out. I just have this feeling that 200's probably, it just looks to me like that's probably about all the mana you can get. And if you'll notice on my life bar, I actually only have, if I get one more crystal heart, I'll actually max out my life bar. The max life is 400. So I'll actually max that out. So then after that, it's just pretty much going to be getting better armor. And I think I've got, I don't know, there's probably, I think there is a better set of armor than this, but there's only one more tier above the shadow scale. So at least for melee players, I know that for magic players, there's actually some magic based armor that's probably a little better than this, if that's what you're going to do. But I'm really doing more melee damage than anything. So anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys, was just some of the NPCs here, some of the items, and that's pretty much a wrap on this video. I am actually about to start recording. I'm gonna run all the way out to the dungeon and start recording another dungeon video, but I was back here at the house, so I wanted to go ahead and show you guys some of the stuff. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, leave me suggestions. I love it. And like this video, click the thumbs up if you do like it and you enjoy my videos, and subscribe. I love getting subscribers. It makes me want to make more videos. So I'm hopefully getting better at this. And if I'm not, then please let me know that too, and I'll try to adjust. So thanks anyways, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.